Guys, SERE school made a bitch out of me. Let me explain. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Jay. I'm a retired Army Green Beret out of 3rd Special Forces Group. The intent behind this channel, guys, is to share my knowledge and wisdom with the next generation. So if you haven't done so already, like and subscribe to help me reach that goal. I appreciate it. I remember approximately 6 months after getting out of SERE school, I was in a town that's right by the military installation where the Q course is held, and I'm out of training. It's in the afternoon, and I went to the grocery store to buy some groceries so I can cook dinner and enjoy my evening. While I was at the store, I'm going down the aisle, and I saw one of the SERE school instructors. This dude was massive, and I can tell from approximately, like 5 meters away that that's who it was. And in the middle of the aisle, I locked eyes with that dude, and I don't know what happened. I dropped my grocery cart and I just walked out of the store. I got in my truck and I just sat there. Fast forward to today, I'm thinking about that particular incident and I still don't know what happened. It was like, as soon as I saw that dude, all the memories of the course started rushing back to me, and I just felt defeated. I felt like I was back at base camp. I was back in captivity, and I just lost all sense of control. That's what that course did to me. Now, since then, I've gotten over it, but that story right there is very common for all individuals that's been through SERE or anything like it. If you're not familiar with SERE, guys, SERE stands for Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape. Guys, if you're not familiar with SERE school is a specialized training course designed by the DoD to teach individuals in high-risk MOSs learn a certain set of skills. Those MOSs include but are not limited to special forces, aviators, and other intelligent MOSs. That school is designed to teach you how to evade behind enemy lines, how to survive behind enemy lines, and it also teaches you a variety of interrogation techniques that you can use if you find yourself in captivity. Now, that course that I'm talking about right there, guys, for Green Berets, when I went through, it was right after SUT. And after that course, I went on to MOS. And I remember losing approximately 50 pounds after just 5 days worth of that course, guys. That course is approximately 3 weeks long. Now, every Special Forces program has their version of it. The Army has theirs, the Air Force has theirs, and the Navy has theirs also. And I'm sure the Marine Corps has one also, guys. But if you are currently in the Q course, let me know in the comment section below, guys, where SERE currently is in the pipeline. So how was my experience at SERE, guys? So my experience at SERE was like any other Special Forces, guys. It sucked, but it's one of those courses that you truly have to go through to appreciate. Now, doing that course, I learned a variety of things. I learned how to evade. I learned how to live off the land. And I learned a variety of different techniques that I can use in case I get captured. Now, those techniques, I'm going to tell you right now, they do come in handy in real life. Whether you're speaking to a spouse or to a kid or to the cops or whoever. Those techniques really, really freaking work, guys. Of course, it definitely brought a bunch of demons that I had hidden. It showed me a couple of things about myself that I didn't know. And some of my classmates, it also showed me their flaws also. Because when you see somebody at their lowest, their true nature starts to show. You think that dude's a badass, you think he's invincible, you think he's unbreakable, until you literally watch him break in front of you. Then it gives you a whole new perspective as far as that individual really is. I can honestly say there were some folks in my SERE class that I lost some respect for. And there were some folks in my SERE class that I learned to respect a lot more than I respected them going into the SERE course. I vividly remember a situation in SERE where we had just gotten through a segment with the instructors and we all got put in our little captivity box if you call it that. It was a bunch of us in there, and some of the guys in there started to cry because there's an iteration during that course where they tell us some information that we didn't want to hear, right? We're expecting one thing, but something else was told to us. And this dude just started breaking down and he started crying. And at that point, I'm a senior E6. I know how the military works. I know it's still, there's still a path. There's still a schedule that we have to stick to, right? And I remember this dude crying because he didn't think SERE was ever going to end. And I just remember snapping and just looking at that dude and saying, hey, check it out. Like, we are still in the Army. We are in a pipeline. There's a schedule that we have to stick. Like, just because they tell you X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that's true, right? This will end. We will move on to the next phase. And I remember that dude just looking at me in disbelief. Like, he didn't believe what I was telling him. And finally, it did end. He was like, yep, you were right. I'm like, I know I was right, dude. This is a course, right? Even though it didn't feel like it, it was still a course. It was still a requirement that we had to meet. But that course did such a good job at getting into our brains and breaking us down to the lowest level and finding exactly what we were made of. I truly believe that going in, I was going to have a different experience. But coming out and after all it was said and done, they turned me into a little bitch. They got me, all right? But till this day, guys, I wouldn't change anything about it. I would definitely still go through the course. I would recommend that everyone that gets a chance to go to that course, go through it. I wish there was a civilian equivalent of that course because I truly believe that everyone can benefit from it. I appreciate you guys watching, guys. If you want to share your SERE experience and let me know how that went for you, if you want to leave it in the comment section below, guys, I would appreciate it. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys later.